Now, by the time I went to work back there full time, they had hired another Black woman in the meantime. Well, she and I got along really well,
Yeah.
but we did tone down how well we got along at work.
Mm.
And we hung out outside of work, but didn't really tell people. I would say that she was less argumentative than me.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of dynamics that go into that. One thing I think that she would agree on is that I was the much more argumentative person, very
Mm-hmm.
clearly. I was
Yeah.
more argumentative and I was not as friendly. Those are facts, right?
Mm-hmm.
People always presumed that she was more argumentative and less friendly because she was dark skinned.
Girl, you're getting all the subjects right now. You're hitting all the hot spots.
That was a frequent thing that happened between us.
Yeah. Yeah. And now question. You seem friendly, we don't know each other well at all, but you seem friendly, like a very friendly person. Are you generally friendly? Or are you choosing not to be as friendly at work for specific reasons?
I went into work that first year being very like bubbly and wanting to make friends. I thought that I had arrived at the last place that I would ever work.
Hmm.
And then over the 5 years that I was there, I became much more closed off and not as friendly. I didn't visit people's offices for chit chat. But I was always more challenging of the status quo. Like that stayed the same. I just became more and more reclusive, let's say.
Yeah. Your black friend in the office and that whole dynamic and how you knew and why you chose because I did a video a couple weeks ago about the way black women treat each other because it's come up a lot how mean we can be to each other, right? Especially in the workplace. It's come up a lot. And you found a friend. One of the reasons I think that it happens is we have this whole crabs in a bucket barrel mentality a lot of times when we find ourselves in these positions when we're, first generation or we're one of the only ones. We've tended to have that in our history, but also because we tend to believe or know a lot of times white people will kind of lump us together and we don't some of us who go to work, we don't want to associate, we want to be friends, we don't want to be associated with that because we want to keep ourselves over here, out of the mess. I'm just curious, because this is the first time I'm hearing this, you guys keeping your friendship a secret. What, were you thinking any of that at the time? What were your thoughts?
We just did it. We didn't even talk about it.
Mm,
It was just the way that we knew instinctively how to interact. It was the way that we knew how to interact. I think she was even better at it than me because she went to undergrad at the University of Georgia, and so she had more exposure around the kind of people that we were working with. I had less exposure around them. I didn't really know whiteness the way that I know it now. I
mm-hmm,
thought that I did, but what I
mm-hmm.
learned was the kids that I grew up near Air Force Base.
Okay.
And so the white people that I grew up around, far different from the ones that I was interacting with in this corporate space. So I didn't know white people the way that I thought that I did. And so coming into work, she knew more about how to navigate those relationships than I did. And she did well with that. I was the one who was like being drug along, screaming and kicking.
Yeah.
And um, how did I know to trust her, though, I think is kind of the question. I didn't. I think I just came in trusting everybody and wanting to
Yeah.
be friends with everybody. And fortunately for me, she reciprocated that. And we're still friends to this day.
Nice.
Um, but I did have another experience probably about 3 years in was when Erica came. I'll use her name because I have talked about her on
Okay.
TikTok and she has commented. Now, when Erica came
To the same age, to the
to
same
this to the
firm.
same law firm,
Okay.
I was appalled, Aaron. And this is so embarrassing. Erica came as her full 100%, Erica, sorry, not Aaron. Erica came as her full 100% black self.
Mm-hmm.
And it scared me. It insulted me. This girl was introducing everyone to her husband, who was a rapper. She was unapologetically, like the way that she wore her hair and changed her hairstyles.
Uh-huh.
I went into the friend that I already had's office one day, and I had had a horrifying car ride with my partner that I did work for, where he was making me listen to the mixtape that Erica had given him. And I told her, can you believe that we've set this standard for this
Wow.
long, that they will not talk to us this way, they will not hey girl us and honey thing, honey child, and here comes this girl ruining everything.
Wow. I think that was the response though. Like I get it. I get it. I would be different, I think, in 2025, but catch me in 2002 or whatever. Yeah, I can get it. Okay. Oh,
Yeah. So years later, I come out of my respectability
mm-hmm.
and I realized that I lost the opportunity to be friends with this unapologetic, beautiful black woman.
Yeah.
And what made me think about it even was that we kept contact over just socials only. And
Mm-hmm.
there was a picture she posted of her and her daughter at Cardi B's concert. And I was like, look at her. She's
Right.
always been her full self. And she's able to be her full self wherever she is, even with her kids. And I could have been friends with someone like this and not suffered so long of
Yeah.
being one person here and one person here and one, like not splitting myself for these people who don't deserve splitting me.
Right, right.
If I had chose to embrace the Ericas of the world. And so I told her and I made like a long apology for different things that I had said, whether she knew them or not.
That's
And she
nice.
was just so gracious. She was like, literally, if I could go back to the Facebook post, her comment was just something very simple, like, we have to meet people where they are.
And we had fear. I mean, you had your experience at the time. Maybe unapologetic Erica came in there and didn't have certain experiences. So, and it's similar to what I was just saying, that fear of being categorized or put together with people that you think that you're projecting that the white people are going to see her in a certain way and then perhaps think that way about you. But how did they respond to her? And obviously well, right?
The response to her in front of her face and behind her back, very different.
Of
The
course.
response to her in front of her face was, oh, she's so cool. How fun. She's more interesting than you two other black girls who have been here.
Yeah.
The response behind her back was that she was unprofessional.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I hate to say I never defended her.
Mm-hmm. I've been in situations where and I can't think of them exactly right now, but I know I've been in the same situation where, I probably didn't defend somebody I should have defended as well.